everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be comparing a 2021 Chevy Trail Boss with the 6.2 V8 to a 2021 Nissan Titan Pro-4X. But first and foremost, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry H. Miller Chevy here in Murray for giving me some time with this Trail Boss. Check out the inventory link below. Let's get straight into the video. Now let's pop under the hoods of both the trucks. Coming over here to the Trail Boss, we have a naturally aspirated 6.2 liter V8 that goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 15 around town and then 19 on the highway, with power outputs being 420 horsepower and then 460 pound-feet of torque. Coming over to the Titan Pro-4X, we have a naturally aspirated 5.6 liter V8 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs are 400 horsepower and then 413 pound-feet of torque, with fuel economy being 15 around town and then 20 on the highway. Now let's go over the front ends of both of the trucks. Now you can see they both have full LED lights. By the way, the LEDs over on the Titan are timed, so we're going to start over with this truck so you guys can get a closer look at those LEDs. I love the look and shape of them. They just have this really nice sharp look, and the lights are really bright in the nighttime. And then you've got the full kind of like gray metallic grille here with the orange Nissan logo in the center, and then you've got your orange tow hooks down below with the skid plate here on the bottom portion, fog lights, and then parking sensors all the way across. But yeah, that's everything for the Titan. Popping over to the Trail Boss, notice that again you've got the full LED lights on both sides. You got the little accent light just down below, Z71 badge, red tow hooks. You can actually see the different coloration between the tow hooks, which is pretty neat. And then you've got all your parking sensors right here, and then if you guys look underneath, you can see the skid plate action happening. So the skid plate doesn't like pop out in the front like they do on the Titan, but it still has that. And anyways, there's the Trail Boss, there's the Titan. Now coming around the side here, we've got two 75mm tires and 18-inch wheels on both of the trucks, but you guys probably noticed that the setup does look a little bit different. So coming over here to the Trail Boss, full blacked out wheel, and then you can see you've got really aggressive off-road tires here, 2-inch suspension lift from the factory here on the front end, and then you got the mud flap just down below. And then coming over to the Titan Pro-4X, notice that you've got kind of like the silver inserts, so they kind of have more of like an off-road look on the wheel itself. And then you guys can see with the tires a little bit less aggressive. And then this one does come with the Bilstein monotube off-road shocks with the truck. And then notice you've got a little mud flap just down below. Off-roading side steps here on the Titan, and then this particular Chevy does not have any side steps. And then got the blacked out mirror, blacked out door handles on both of the trucks. Like, the theme with both these trucks is so similar. Let's head to the back. Now let's go over the beds of the trucks. So with the Trail Boss, we have a payload capacity of 1,599 pounds, and then with the Pro-4X, it's 1,267 pounds. Starting over here with the Pro-4X, you've got the plastic covering on this portion of the bed, and you've got a liner for the rest of the bed. You've got these little covers for the sliders in that portion of the bed, full power outlet, and then you've got these sliders of that top portion. And then you do have a rack here on the back. It's called the Sport Bar. Definitely gives it a cool off-roader look, and then you could mount lights at the top of it if you would want to do that. But yeah, that's the bed of the Pro-4X. Coming over here to the Trail Boss, notice again you've got the covering right there, and then over the rest of the bed as well. And then we do get LED lights, still get a power outlet here in the back of the Trail Boss, and sadly no rack there in the back, but that's the Trail Boss and that's the Pro-4X. Now let's finish things up in the rear of both of the trucks. So in terms of towing capacity, they're both about 9,200, 9,300 pounds from a towing capacity standpoint, so they're the same. Coming over here to the Pro-4X, you've got the giant plaque here on the back with the Nissan logo in the center. It says Pro-4X. I love the look of these taillights. Definitely just looks so cool. Got the Pro-4X sticker there on the side. Blacked out bumper with parking sensors on it. And then it does come with a little kick step. So it's pretty easy to use. All you have to do is just, well, kick it down and then it'll pop back into place. Now coming over to the Trail Boss, you get a Trail Boss sticker there on the back, Chevrolet logo, and then you get a blacked out bumper with the little bumper steps that help making the bed access a little bit better. You've got these squished exhaust tips there at the bottom. But yeah, that's the Trail Boss and that's the Pro-4X. Now let's pop into the backs of both of the trucks, starting over here with the Trail Boss. Notice that you've got the soft touch here on this portion of the door panel with the wood trim, which is kind of interesting for an off-road truck. You got the tubular door handle, and then coming here to the seats, you've got the full leather seats, since this is a loaded up Trail Boss, with the storage behind the seat right there. And then picking up, you got some more storage underneath the seat itself. And let's pop in. So step in height, it's pretty high to get up. I would recommend putting some sort of side steps on it. But once I'm in here, headroom's really good. I'm 5'11", and then we've got the good old leg room. Couple of cup holders, and then just down below you've got your vents, USBs, and then a full 12 volts, and then you've got the cup holder armrest situation. But let's pop out of the Trail Boss and, well, see ya. Now coming over here to the Titan Pro-4X. Notice again, you've got the soft touch here, but you've got the stitching just down below that's finished in orange, which is pretty neat. And then here are the seats, so full leather just like the Chevy, and then you've got the perforated leather here in the center portion, and then you got under seat storage with the little storage things you can fold out flat. But let's again pop here into the Titan. In terms of headroom, a little bit less headroom and a little bit less legroom, but it's still really comfortable back here. You've got some cup holders, got some vents down there, whole little charging area, heated seats. That's definitely a nice little touch. And then you got more cup holders up here, and well, that's the back of the Titan. Let's go over the door panel here in the front of the Trail Boss. So again, more soft touch here. You can rest your arm. You got the wood trim down below with all of your window controls, your mirror controls as well. Comes with the Bose sound system. And then here are the seats at the front. Again, you've got all of the leather here, and then all down with the bolsters. Power adjustments here on the side of the seat. You've got the Z71 floor mats. Pedals just there at the bottom. You've got your parking brake right here. You've got the light controls, and then that's for the fog lights, and then the cargo light. You've got the drive line selects. You've got your auto, your two-wheel high, your four-wheel high, and then your four-wheel low with the trailer tow mode and then the drive modes. The steering wheel is manually adjustable, and there's one more look before we pop in. Let's go for the interior here on the Trail Boss. We've got soft touch leather around the whole steering wheel, and then you've got your voice command phone controls right here. You've got all the controls for the cruise control, your heated steering wheel button. There are radio controls on the back. You have the little stalk there for the turn signal / windshield wipers. And then over here you do have a column shifter with the plus and minus, so you can shift the gears yourself. And then popping here into the center portion, you do have the gauges. Pretty much analog for most of the gauges, except you do have that little screen there in the center, which you can scroll through. A couple different bits of information. You've got your home, information, music, navigation, all that normal stuff. The exciting thing is the tow mode and the drive mode. So you shift to the left, and that's your tow mode with that dial I showed you earlier. Shift over to the right, you've got your normal, sport, and then off-road for the 3 different drive modes. And then coming over here to the center screen, we're actually gonna pop it into reverse. I popped it into neutral by accident. Anyways, you've got the backup camera here. Resolution's really good on the camera. You've got the trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, and then you can zoom in on the receiver hitch as well with that. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, it'll take a second to pop back on. There we go. So as with the rest of the infotainment system, response time on it is really solid. I mean, you guys can see press the screen happens instantaneously. Has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I like how they have it formatted. I like the shortcut buttons, everything. Analog buttons are just down below with your analog controls for the radio. Analog climate controls just down here, and it does have a dual zone climate system with heated seats here for the front. No ventilated seats. Got a couple blank switches on either side. But other than that, we've got our hill descent control. You've got this for the outlets, the stability control, the hazard lights, the drop down for the tailgate, your auto stop start, and the parking sensors. You guys are probably wondering, where is the axle lock? On the Chevy, it's all automatic, so there's not a button you press. The truck basically detects if it needs to lock the rear end, and then it does it for you, so a little bit of a different system. And then you've got the trailer brake controls right here, a bunch of little outlets and all that. Extra storage space in that little area, couple of cup holders, and then here with the center console, it's absolutely massive. Got some USBs, 12 volt, all that kind of stuff in there. And then we've got the glove box over here, which got 2 different openings for it, which is pretty nice. And then notice you got the stitching and soft touch at the dash. And then finishing things up top here, we do have a traditional sunroof here at the top, and then this does have a power sliding window, so it's that little middle button right there, and then that'll open up the power sliding window, universal garage door openers, and then a lighter colored headliner. Let's head to the Pro-4X. Now let's go over the door panel here in the front of the Titan. So again, you've got the black leather here with the orange stitching, all of your window controls, and then your adjustment there for the mirror. And then it comes with the fender sound system. Get your Pro-4X plaque, and then your Titan Pro-4X floor mat. And then here are the seats, which again say Pro-4X on them. Perforated leather here in the center portion. And then you got the nice leather and orange stitching on the outside. They are power adjustable. And then there's your pedal layout just at the bottom. And then yes, we actually get an axle locker that you can control yourself, hill descent control, got the outlet, you've got the cargo lamp, light controls here on the side. The steering wheel is automatically adjustable, and there's one more look before we pop in. Let's go over the steering wheel here in the Pro-4X. So you've got the orange stitching in the center part with the leather wrapped around. You have your cruise control with the fall function. This also comes with blind spot monitoring. And then you've got your voice command, phone controls, volume controls, all that normal stuff. Got a little stock there for the turn signal / windshield wipers. And then you have a column shifter. The one thing I want to mention is this is a little bit easier to use than the one in the Chevy. The one in the Chevy is a little bit heavier, but again, that's not a deal breaker. I don't really care too much about that. Just wanted to mention it. And then here for the center screen, it's a little bit more simplistic. You've got the 2 giant gauges on the sides, and then you've got that screen there in the center, which you can scroll through. Some different menus to give you different bits of information on the vehicle. My favorite's kind of the off-road status thing, which is right there. Definitely a neat little thing. And then coming to the infotainment system, if we pop it into reverse, got a backup camera, and you do get the bird's eye view as well. But that's not all for the camera system. We also do get a frontal camera, so press the camera button, and then you got a camera view out the front with the trajectory lines. So it's a nice little bit of off-road tech. And then you do have the side view on top of that. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, just like the Chevy, good response time, has shortcut buttons at the bottom. And yeah, overall, I mean, it's pretty easy to use. Analog controls are just down below, like they're so similar. This screen is a little bit bigger though, I will mention. You've got your climate controls just down below that, dual zone climate again. Stability control, you've got your parking sensors, and then your heated steering wheel is in that section. And then down below, you've got little USB, you've got your trailer brake controls, and then you've got your driveline select. So you've got your 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel high, and then your 4-wheel low. And then the biggest difference with these trucks with the seats is this one has heated and cooled seats. The Chevy just has the heated seats. Got your phone holder here with the cup holders, center console with the leather on the top. Got some extra storage space in there. And then we just have a singular glove box with the Pro-4X. We don't have the double glove box situation. More orange stitching all across the dash. And then finishing things here at the top, we have a full panoramic sunroof in the Pro-4X. And then we still get a power window there in the rear. So again, just the difference is this is a full panoramic, whereas the Chevy just has the smaller sunroof. Now let's quickly go over pricing. So the Pro-4X stickers for about $61,000, and then the Trail Boss stickers also for about $61,000. So they're pretty much the same price. The Pro-4X is a little bit more expensive though. Now that's gonna sum things up for our video comparing this 2021 Chevy Trail Boss with the 6.2 V8 to this 2021 Nissan Titan Pro-4X. And again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry H. Miller Chevy here in Murray for giving me some time with this Trail Boss. Check out the inventory link below. I'll see all of you in the next video.